It's time now for the Peter Channel News Late Night Report, Sunday night, September 7th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Here now your news headlines. Here are top 30 11 o'clock is respiratory virus is sending hundreds of children to hospitals in Missouri and possibly fight the Midwest and beyond, officials say. In Phoenix, Peter's Escobar has been checking Facebook daily, eager for information on how President Barack Obama plans to use his executive powers. 2. Prevent undocumented immigrants such as her from being deported. In Washington, the Obama administration is prepared to carry out a campaign against the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria that may take 3 years to complete, granted a sustained effort that it could last until after President Obama has left office. Japan's economy contracted the most in more than 5 years, highlighting the challenge for Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in steering the nation fight the aftermath of the sales tax increase. Joan Rivers got her final wish. The classic comedian's dream of a star-studded funeral was fulfilled Sunday as scores of celebrities, young and old, packed Temple Emmanuel on the Upper East Side to pay their respects. Ukraine soldiers on Saturday inspected a damage that was once a tank on the outskirts of southern coastal town of Mariupol as shell and other clashes for Ukraine ceasefire in a deepening peril. Arab League Secretary General Nabil al-Arabi welcomes Palestinian President Mohammed Abbas to the Arab League's foreign ministers meeting in Cairo, Egypt. In London, shaken by polls showing momentum to the shift toward the independence of Scotland, the British government will offer a proposal for greater political fiscal autonomy for the Scots that they vow to remain within the United Kingdom referendum. 5-year-old brain tumor patient Ashakin being prepared to leave hospital in Spain for proton treatment in the Czech Republic. President Mohammed Abbas, right at the Arab League meeting in Cairo on Sunday, he accused Hamas of defiance in Gaza. Senator Ted Cruz from Texas has proposed a bill that would send clear messages with consequences to American citizens who go overseas to join terrorist forces such as ISIS. Authorities are searching for a mountain lion that attacked a 6-year-old boy in Cupertino and began dragging him away before his parents fought the animal off in the state of California. Mario Draghi deserves credit for what he did last week. The European Central Bank's president found a way to surprise investors with lower interest rates and announced a plan that it looks like a lot quantitative easing, both good moves. All up in New York, Richard Slaper bought his home in the Buffalo suburb to 2003, but fell behind in his payments a few years after a long hospitalization that kept him from working. Houston, the average price for regular gasoline at U.S. pumps dropped 1.54 cents to the 2 weeks ended Friday, 3.4631 a gallon, according to Lundberg survey, and corporate prices at 12.16 cents lower than a year ago, according to the survey. Even with some roller coaster moves this past week, Apple shares are about 30% over the past 6 months, easily outpacing the S&P 500 7% gain. It may not be a 100% self-driving car, but when GM releases the Super Cruise Cadillac in 2017, it will be the closest we ever seen to this once futuristic technology. Authorities are covering pop singer Salmon Battle committed suicide 2 days after the body of the 25-year-old was found in West Hollywood home. Veteran actress Molly Glenn, whose credit school in Chicago fire in her early days, she died Saturday one day after a tragic accident where a tree fell on her head in a suburban Chicago. The actress and models Irene Kravitz, Edward Waterman, and Valerie Kaufman and Alia Morgan tried to replicate the choreography in a record-breaking and uncoded video. Blue whales are the heaviest known animal in known history, including when compared by dinosaurs. A meteor streaks throughout the sky during an annual Perseid meteor shower at the Mako site near Novi Travina, Brasilia, and Hermina on August 12th. In Seattle, the Center for Whale Researchers celebrated the birth of the orca calf in a selfish seed for the first one since 2012. The proud mother is 20-year-old L86, and it's born her second calf. Human trials are set to begin at the National Institute of Health and the first human safety study for the vaccine in hopes it eventually might be used in the current Ebola outbreak in West Africa. The Nebraska doctor screening an American doctor who has become infected with the Ebola virus while working in West Africa said Sunday he's making progress, but it's still unclear whether he will still recover. Boston police have suspended a search for whether the leader had been gone missing in Jamaica Pond in Jamaica Plains section of Boston. National Weather Service confirmed that the microburst hit Ipswich and Halls, New Hampshire yesterday. Memorial Drive eastbound has been closed east of Massachusetts Avenue in Cambridge while police are investigating pedestrian being hit by a car. It's only September, but first reports are beginning in New Hampshire, where colors are beginning to show up in numbers. And as market basket recovers from 6 weeks of turmoil, it is looking for its lower customer base that are curious to do shops to make aid recovery of market basket from the 6 weeks of turmoil to good business. In Topeka, Kansas, couple of Jays today when it was short and killed while making the traffic stop at the 32 on the block of Southeast 6th Avenue in Topeka, Kansas, about possibly 4:45 p.m. Fairview, New Jersey, working fires. Fire responded at 8:50. Fairview Avenue, working fire, heavy smoke conditions. We have a unit. They have a unit on the scene. We'll have update as information comes in. No visible fire. Still heavy smoke condition. Repositioned apparatus. In Logan, operations about the scene. 19 alert to inbound 25 minutes at 371 souls. Auburn would having hydraulic problems. And 9:40 p.m. to MBTA Back Bay Station. The person under an orange line train up and tech break screen on the scene. Take a look at our sports news here on this Sunday night. The Horn of Atlanta Hawks compared to teams crowds were $2 at the expense of more available white fans that'll cost them dearly. The Washington Redskins had a shot quickie headquarters while Jake Whitted performed a fight on a sound defense game planned to kick off season Sunday afternoon against the Houston Texans, which backfired as they lose to the Houston Texans 17-6. South Carolina coach Steve Sarkisian regrets asking Florida director Pat Hayden to come down to the field at Sanford Stadium for what turned to be a confrontation with game officials. And Yanuno tried to get evade to the three different Turkish sports stars watch 70 Star Key Dusha Sister Sefara win in the US. And the Patriots lose to the Dolphins 33-20 for their first opening game loss since 2003, and the Red Sox lose to the Blue Jays at Fenway 3-1. Take a look at the traffic outlook, and Route 3 at the southbound side a little slow around the Weymouth Stretch to the next on the Route 3 south between exit 17 in Union Street and Route 18 in Weymouth. Try to so exit out that area, okay? And Mass back with the westbound side slow under the Pruitt Tunnel with the bars. A good smooth sailing come in on the Sunday night. Take a look at our weather outlook here on this Sunday night. 53 degrees at temperature right now here in Norton. We got a foggy, misty skies. And humidity 96%, wind speed is calm, barometer 39 inches, Jupiter about 52 degrees, of visibility 2.5 miles. And let's take a look at our current conditions around the region here. 66 degrees at temperature right now in Boston, 65 in Boston Harbor, 57 in Bedford, 58 in Beverly, 62 in Gloucester, 59 in Haverhill, 65 Worcester, 57 in Sturbridge, 59 in Webster, 62 in Milford, 53 in Norwood, 54 in Taunton, 58 in New Bedford, 59 in Marshfield, 57 in Falmouth, 57 in Chenham, 55 in Provincetown, 51 in Martha's 65 in Nantucket, 67 in Cape Cod Bay, 66 in Block-On, 61 in Westerly, 57 in Smithfield, it's 70 out at New York City, 63 in Islip, 67 in Montauk, 64 in Long Island, 68 in Bridgeport, 67 in New Haven, 56 in Danbury, 63 out in Waterbury, 62 in Meriden, 64 in Hartford, 63 in Winslow, 59 in Springfield, 60 out in Amherst, 59 in Greenfield, 55 in Pittsfield, 54 in North Adams, 64 in Albany, 55 in Bennington, 53 in Brattleboro, 54 in Keene, 54 in Jeffrey, 57 in Concord, New Hampshire, 57 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 69 in Nashville, New Hampshire, and it's 61 out of Pottsville, New Hampshire. Here. Okay, let's take a look at a Let's take a look at our map situation here around the country here. Station front from north to central Mexico, searching on the Gulf states. Down for Carolina and at the sea with a merging with a cold front at the sea. Whilst here it's cold front from southern British Columbia, searching out southern Alberta, covered out of Saskatchewan. Station front from southeast to Saskatchewan, down to Manitoba. Down for Ontario and cold front from southeast to Ontario, stretching down through upstate New York, down to New England, up into Brunswick, up into Quebec. Here. For the by from west to South Dakota, down for west to New Mexico, down for Colorado, over New Mexico. For the by from Central California, down for the Gulf of California. For the by from northern Minnesota, down to the UP and Michigan, and for the by from northern New England coastline through between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Here. High pressure western Colorado, western Texas, and western New York, and low pressure in southern California and southern South Carolina. Here. 65 degrees at temperature right now in Pittsburgh, 75 degrees at temperature right now in Washington, D.C. and Atlanta, Georgia, 82 in Miami and Dallas, Texas, and Brownsville, Texas, 70 degrees at temperature right now in Kansas City, Chicago, 73 in Detroit, 68 in Omaha, Nebraska. It is 72 out of Minneapolis, 78 in Great Falls, Montana, 82 in Seattle, 66 in San Francisco, 76 in Los Angeles, 82 in Las Vegas, 89 in Salt Lake City, 76 in Denver, 83 in Atlanta, 83 in Phoenix, and 81 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. Take a look at our what's brewing in the tropics here. 2 tropical disturbances in the moon and the tropics. The tropical wave is produced on a large area of cloudiness and disorganized thunderstorms over the far eastern Atlantic just off the west coast of Africa. Environmental conditions are expected to be conductive for the gradual development in this disturbance during the next several days, and when it moves westward of the west-northwest way at about 50 miles per formation chance for 4 hours. Medium about 30% of formation chance for 5 days, high 6%. Here. A weak area of low pressure located about 800 miles west of the Cape Verde Islands is producing limited shower activity. Environmental conditions are conductive development and tropical cyclone formation is not expected while the system moves westward to the west-northwestward about 15-20 miles per during the next several days. The formation chance for 4 hours. Low near 0% formation chance for 5 days. Low near 0%. Here. And let's take a look at Eastern Pacific. Tropical storm Norbert here. Central location 27.1 in the north, 117.9 in the west. Max sustained winds 45 miles per hour. Movement northwest about 7 miles per hour. And the latest for cast advisory on Norbert here. Norbert continues to slowly weaken and likely become post-tropical by tomorrow here. Location 27.1 in the north, 117.9 in the west, about 108 miles, 25 kilometers west-southwest of the Puerto Eugenia, Mexico, and maximum sustained winds 45 miles per hour, 75 kilometers an hour. Present movement northwest by 320 degrees at 7 miles per hour, 11 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,000 millibars at 29.53 inches. What to the waters there? No coastal waters effect here. At 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 3 UTC, the southern tropical storm northwest, located at latitude 27.1 in the north, latitude 117.9 in the west. And orbit is moving towards the northwest through 7 miles per 11 kilometers an hour and turning toward the north and the northeast with a decrease in its forward speed is expected over the next day or two. On the forecast track, orbit is expected to rate offshore to the west coast of the Baja California Peninsula during the next couple of days. Memphis Day winds have decreased to near 45 miles per 75 kilometers over the higher gusts and continued gradual weakening is forecast during the next 48 hours. The orbit is coming a remnant low tomorrow. Tropical storm force winds extend up to 70 miles per 1 to 10 kilometers from the center, and the expanded central pressure is 1,000 millibars at 29.53 inches. Here. Swift large relative surge will normally continue to affect the west coast of the Baja California Peninsula and the southern California coastline. Here. These swells are expected to continue for a couple of days and will likely produce dangerous surf conditions and whip currents. And for more information, please consult products with your local weather office. Here. And we got disorganized showers and thunderstorms located 700 miles south of the southern coast of Mexico and especially with a trail of low pressure and environmental conditions could be conductive for gradual development within this system during the next several days while it moves slowly northwestward. Here. Formation chance for 4 hours. Low 20% formation chance for 5 days. High 60% here. And Central Pacific outlook. Here, no tropical cyclones expected for Tuesday afternoon here. Forecast discussion around the country here. Heavy rain not possible along the mid-Atlantic, southeast coast, and heavy rain possible over the parts of the Central Rockies and southwest Great Basin and Quetzal Station front will linger around the southeast Gulf Coast wall. Waves and low pressure right along this boundary. Moisture with will be pulled along the front, aiding in the development of showers and thunderstorms from the Middle Coast to the western Gulf Coast on Sunday evening. As the wave of low pressure travels along the Carolina coast, showers and thunderstorms and the moderate rain will develop from the southern Atlantic to the eastern Gulf Coast by Monday night into Tuesday morning. Meanwhile, moisture from the Pacific tropical storm Norbert and monsoonal moistures will combine to produce showers and thunderstorms over parts of the southwest, southern coast, Great Basin, and parts of the southern Central Rockies by Tuesday. Another front over the west central Canada will sink southward into the upper Midwest and Northern High Plains on Monday and Tuesday. Rain will be the thunderstorms develop over the parts of the upper Mississippi Valley Monday evening into Tuesday. Rain also developed over parts of the Northern High Plains too. And in addition, upper level energy over the Northern Plains will trigger showers and thunderstorms over the parts of the middle Mississippi Missouri Valley on Monday morning. The showers and thunderstorms will expand to the parts of the upper Great Lakes by Monday evening and sink into the parts of the middle Mississippi Valley by Central Plains by Tuesday morning. Here. And our forecast discussion here in New England here. High pressure remains in control for Monday. Weak low pressure present southeast New England may bring a few showers to Cape Cod and Islands on Monday night and Tuesday. And it will a more humid weather briefly, which turns out cold front Thursday brings scattered showers and thunderstorms. Taste of should be right by next week. Near term 6 a.m. Monday morning, 10 p.m. updates. Skies now mainly SKC across the region and have already known several locations with near calm winds that also have some reports falling back into the low 50s and 40s. In some spots, so plenty of room still for racial cool and minimum temperature look pretty good and support of this. So changes with minimum about this update here. And our weather notes for the Boston high 76, the high 66 low, normal 75 high, 60 degrees low, record 102 set in 1881 and low 43 set in 1888. That's a very clear and comfortable cool night in store. Dry Monday with some clouds and mix of sun and clouds on Tuesday. And pollen level medium for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And tomorrow's highs we will see around 68 to 78 degree temperature range here. Okay, let's take a look at a view from the outside here. And we'll step out of the door. Let's step out of the door. And it's a clear, comfy and cool night on tap here on this Sunday night. Okay, if you're going to be at the bus stop by tomorrow morning, back to work, back to school, it's 7 o'clock in the morning here when the bus arrives to take you off to school. We are going to have a temperature of 56 degrees with sunny skies and 2 p.m. 74 degrees sunny skies. So be a perfect, beautiful, marvelous Monday in store. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. While you're sleeping in overnight hours of the night, clear sky, low 52 degrees and calm wind. Monday, sunny sky and near 3 degrees east, wind about 6 to 10 miles per hour. Monday night, mostly clear sky, low 55 degrees northeast, wind about 6 miles per hour. Tuesday, slight chance of showers, but sunny sky near 1 degrees northeast, wind about 7 to 10 miles per hour. Chance precipitation 20%. Thursday night, slight chance of showers, mostly clear skies, low 58 degrees northeast, wind about 6 miles per hour. Chance precipitation 20%. Wednesday, part sunny sky near 32 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly clear skies, low 58 degrees. Thursday, chance of showers, mostly clear skies, high near 37 degrees and chance precipitation 30%. Thursday night, chance of showers, thunderstorms, mostly clear skies, low 62 degrees and chance precipitation 30%. Friday, mostly sunny sky near 78 degrees. Friday night, part clear skies, low 56 degrees. For Saturday, mostly sunny sky near 71 degrees. Saturday night, part clear skies, low 52 degrees. For Sunday, sunny sky near 71 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the night. Marvelous Monday, and so PJ with you about good night with a good positive attitude. See you tomorrow morning. Good night with a good positive attitude here.